The movie starts with the magnificent introduction of the city of Thebes, which was ruled by a living Phirone. Imhotep was in deep love with the mistress of Phirone. One day, they were making secret love when they were caught red-handed by Phirone. Imhotep and the mistress killed Phirone. By hearing the noises, Phirone bodyguards came out and caught Imhotep. Mistress killed herself with a knife by saying that her body was no longer a temple of Phirone. To bring her back to life, Imhotep and his friends stole her lifeless body and headed to a desert place called Hamunaptra. This spot was known as the Valley of the Dead, where pharaohs were buried along with the treasures of Egypt. Imhotep, driven by an unyielding desire to resurrect his beloved mistress, carried with him a mysterious book brimming with the dark arts, hoping it would grant him the power to reunite with her once more. But then, with a sudden and chilling turn of events, the oppressive arrival of the pharaoh's vigilant guards shattered their hopes, plunging them into a state of despair and helplessness as their painstaking efforts were abruptly thwarted, leaving them haunted by the specter of failure and loss. After Imhotep's companions were buried alive, a terrible curse fell upon him. He was turned into a living mummy and entombed under countless layers of sand. The curse made it impossible for anyone to open his tomb because if it were opened, he would unleash catastrophic powers, bringing devastation to the world. Following this, the focus turned to a fierce battle and conflict among people fighting to possess the land of Hamunaptra, completely unaware of the looming threat of a destructive force brimming with dark powers hidden beneath the surface. While they were fighting and following, they arrived at the spot where Imhotep and his friends were buried alive. The scene quickly turned into a terrifying horror with dangerous twists and turns. A deadly sandstorm appeared, bringing horrifying and frightening scenes. They started to run. The scene shifted to Cairo, Egypt, where the Museum of Old Things was shown. A lady who works in the library was putting the books on the shelves when something unexpected happened. The stairs she was on started moving quickly. She fell, and lots of books fell down too. The owner of the library came in and was very surprised to see what had happened. He got angry at her for being careless. He told her to fix the mess she had made. The lady, curious about the strange noises, began calling out, "Who's there?" She carefully investigated the source of the sounds, cautiously following their trail. Eventually, she stumbled upon her mischievous brother playing a prank on her with a terrifying mummy figure. Despite her worries, her brother showed her something mysterious and ancient. Intrigued, she cautiously opened the artifact and discovered an old, weathered map. Excited by their find, the lady and her brother eagerly shared the ancient map with the owner of the library. Curiously, her brother inquired about the first pharaoh of Egypt, wondering aloud whether he was a wealthy ruler. Reflecting on her knowledge, she informed him that the signature on the map belonged to the third pharaoh of Egypt, a historical figure who lived some 3,000 years ago and was renowned for his immense wealth and power. The story then moved to the Cairo jail, where the girl and her brother went to visit a prisoner. The prisoner already knew why they had come. He informed them that he was aware of their interest in Hamunaptra, the Valley of the Dead. The girl pleaded with him to disclose the route to Hamunaptra. In response, he demanded that they free him from his imprisonment. The setting then transitioned to a horrifying scene where the American prisoner faced a dreadful fate, the death penalty by hanging. The lady pleaded with the authorities to spare his life, emphasizing that he possessed knowledge about the route to the Hamunaptra area. Desperately, she promised them a portion of a hidden treasure if they would release him. Driven by the allure of potential riches, the jail owner ultimately gave the order to set him free. The scene shifted to the Giza seaport in Cairo, where they prepared to depart for the Hamunaptra Valley. The lady was taken aback by the remarkable transformation of the former prisoner, who now appeared remarkably handsome. They are all set on the ship to leave for Hamunaptra. While the girl was peacefully reading her book, the former prisoner suddenly appeared, startling her. Sharing her secret desire, she confided in him that she believed a hidden treasure lay concealed within the mysterious Hamunaptra, the Valley of the Dead. Next, the story focused on a girl, dressed in her nightgown, who couldn't stop thinking about the man. It appeared she was developing a keen interest in him. As she pondered, a group of thieves barged in, intent on finding the map and key to the treasure hidden in Hamunaptra. The man swiftly came to her rescue, and they both leapt into the water to escape. Upon arrival, they began their exploration, entering a dark cave. The girl explained that this was the place where mummies were crafted and laid to rest. Inside the cave, they suddenly heard strange, unsettling noises, causing fear to creep in. They soon realized that these eerie sounds originated from their adversaries. Determined to find the treasure, they divided the area among themselves to search for hidden artifacts. The focus then turned to the Arabic man, consumed by his overpowering greed, who had set out on a quest for the treasure alone. Along his path, he stumbled upon a sandy cave adorned with sculptures and glimmering jewels. Unable to resist his avarice, he made the reckless decision to pluck the precious gems from the wall. However, as he grabbed one jewel, an insect emerged from within and entered his body, leading to his untimely demise. Then, the girl, her brother, and the man stumbled upon an ancient tomb of a mummified pharaoh, believed to be the oldest and most renowned in Egyptian history. Sensing something amiss, they placed the key in the lock, eagerly anticipating the revelation within. Later, the scene depicts the girl in a drunken state, courageously revealing her feelings for the man, creating an emotionally charged atmosphere. In the subsequent scene, a group of individuals gathered around the ancient casket, attempting to unlock its mysterious contents. The ominous message warned that opening the casket would unleash catastrophic destruction, leading to the loss of countless lives, as the malevolent spirit within the mummy would absorb the life force of all those nearby. The focus then shifted to the girl, her brother, and the man, who were astounded by the remarkably well-preserved state of Imhotep's mummy, seemingly untouched by the passage of 3,000 years. Reading the message engraved on his casket, they were struck by the foreboding statement, "Death is only the beginning." The scene shifted to a group of people gathered, engrossed in a discussion about the discoveries made during their exploration. The girl shared her findings, revealing the existence of insects capable of consuming humans and surviving for a millennium. She speculated that these creatures might have been responsible for the demise of the man buried alive, who was under a terrible curse. She added that the curse, if unleashed, would result in catastrophic destruction. The story then reached its most suspenseful moment as the girl attempted to steal and open the book, despite warnings. The man inquired about its contents, and as she began to read aloud, those very words managed to awaken the mummy of Imhotep. A scene of pure horror unfolded as swarms of insects emerged, causing panic and chaos as everyone scrambled to escape. Amidst the frenzy, one person lost his glasses, causing him to stumble and become separated from the group. Fumbling in the darkness, he suddenly came face to face with the resurrected mummy of Imhotep. The situation then escalated into a heated argument between a girl and a boy. The boy insisted that they should leave the place immediately, but the girl adamantly refused, determined to put an end to the impending destruction. Frustrated, the boy stormed out of the room. Meanwhile, the others in the group were indulging in drinks when suddenly they noticed a red liquid. The boy speculated that it could be a sign of the dreadful mummy's presence. As the scene unfolded, a girl was engrossed in reading a book when the boy approached her for a conversation. Suddenly, a catastrophic event unfolded, with firebombs raining down on the city of Egypt. Panic ensued as people began to flee. In the chaos, they came face to face with the ominous mummy, who seemed to have been awaiting their arrival. Grateful to the girl for awakening him from his slumber, the terrifying mummy's attention was diverted by the sight of a cat, causing him to vanish amidst a swirling storm of sand. For a brief moment, the situation settled into an eerie calm. In the subsequent scene, all the people were seen brainstorming various strategies to halt the impending destruction that the deadly mummy, Imhotep, would unleash. The mummy hurled deadly insects at the local residents and reclaimed all the stolen jars from the foreign intruders. As he regained his original form and features, it became evident that his transformation signaled a looming wave of devastation that he would soon unleash upon the land. The scene depicted the girl peacefully asleep in her bed when Imhotep suddenly appeared, kissing her while recollecting memories of his past mistress, whom he longed to bring back to life. The girl's brother and the boy quickly intervened, revealing a cat to Imhotep, who became visibly frightened and vanished amid a fierce sandstorm. The girl proposed that just as the black magic book had awoken Imhotep, a golden book might possess the power to thwart him. Fleeing in a car, they found themselves trapped by Imhotep's formidable forces. Imhotep materialized fully, offering to spare their lives if the girl agreed to go with him. Thinking quickly, the girl devised a plan, pretending to acquiesce while urging her friends to find the golden book. Imhotep, however, saw through the ruse, taking the girl and commanding his army to eliminate the rest. Despite the peril, they managed to escape in the nick of time. The setting shifted to the expansive desert where the man and his companions arranged for a helicopter to assist in their mission. As the helicopter arrived to rescue the girl, Imhotep summoned a furious storm of sand, emanating from his very mouth, with the intent to obliterate the aircraft. In a moment of quick thinking, the girl kissed Imhotep, halting the destructive storm in order to protect her friends. However, despite her valiant effort, The helicopter was unable to withstand the force of the tempest, resulting in a catastrophic crash landing. The boy and the brother were in search of the girl, finding themselves in a cave adorned with striking golden mummies, an awe-inspiring sight to behold. In another part of the cave, the girl found herself bound next to the lifeless mummy of Imhotep's mistress. As the story approached its climactic finale, Imhotep was shown with the black magic book, intent on awakening the mummy of his long-lost mistress. Meanwhile, the boy and his companion continued their search for the golden book, eventually locating it and making a frantic dash to rescue the captive girl. As the film reached its climax, Imhotep chanted an incantation, successfully resurrecting his long-lost mistress's mummy. However, for the mummy to fully manifest, he needed to sacrifice the girl. Raising his sword with lethal intent, he prepared to strike her down, but the girl's brother diverted his attention by announcing the discovery of the golden book. Meanwhile, the boy engaged in a fierce battle against Imhotep's relentless army, fighting valiantly to rescue the girl. In the thrilling final showdown, both sides fought fiercely for their survival. The mistress's mummy relentlessly pursued the girl, intent on taking her soul, but the girl instructed her brother to recite a few crucial sentences. Miraculously, the recitation caused the army to turn against the mummy, leading to its ultimate demise. Meanwhile, the girl and her brother struggled to open the golden book, while the boy valiantly diverted Imhotep's attention. Finally, they succeeded in unlocking the golden book, reading passages that brought about Imhotep's eternal demise.